Hello everybody, Salty is back. I have a match my ex Zaku. I kind of feel bad for Surrender Dragon considering he messaged me last night about wanting an ex Zaku Commander video, even though I have one going up today. So, yeah, he said he's gonna think of some other suit to use for me to use. So, and he had a build for me to run to, and here's the kicker: our builds ain't that different. Like the only difference between our two builds is that his has thruster and mine has melee. That's it. Otherwise, every other part is the same. So, the Zaku is a 400 cost raid. It goes all the way to 600. I do not believe it's got a 650 cost yet. It is, in the right hand, extraordinarily evilly powered. Like, it is kind of gross with how strong this suit is. Its side swings hit twice, its downswing hits technically twice because you're hitting with both axes, and the neutral is just a single chop. As you'll see me get a little bit better with my swings as the match goes on. This is the first time I've actually ran this suit in probably a year, now that I'm thinking about it. The Zaku Commander is... originally it was a general in GBO 1. It had 3-hit melee combo, still had the same types of axes. It did not have the weird upward, over the head downward chop that it does in this game. In GBO 1 it shared the Efort Customs, or the Efort Kai's downswing. It also was able to take the Rakaten Bazooka. I kind of wish it was able to take the Rakaten Bazooka in this game too, but yeah, wish in one hand, shit in the other. This was one of my favorite. This was one of my more used generals, I think it was in the first game, because it was just, I don't know, I really liked the way it looked and the way it played. I felt really fun. It was really fun, even though it had the really terrible damage modifier in the first game, where the damage modifier was 100% for the first hit, 50% for the second hit, and 25% for the second hit. So, like, if your attack is 2,000, right? The second attack you do is only going to do 1,000, and the third attack is only going to do 500 or 250, really, depending on your target. So, like, 3-hit melee generals in the first game are fucking ass, because they had such a shitty damage modifier on them, which was really upsetting if you ask me. It kind of made no sense they hit them that hard, but it was still, like, really fun, especially considering it could take the cheese grater, which is the Zaku machine gun. The machine gun in the, like, I'm like ecstatic they finally buffed that damn machine gun, because in the first game, besides the Jim rifle, those two weapons were the only two good machine guns in the first game. Now, that's not a fucking joke either. Like, those are the only two good machine guns from GBO 1. They were extraordinarily powerful, and if you had a team of two Zakus on your side, and they were both running the machine gun, you were guaranteed to pretty much win. Oh yeah, the Gym Type D's machine gun was pretty fucking ballin' too. It had like 100 some odd rounds in it. It had two grenades in the grenade launcher, so you're able to stun, hose the shit out of someone, re-stun them, hose the shit out of them, and if you're close enough, you can go into a downswing and then hose the shit out of them again. All before you had to reload. By the time they got up, your grenade launcher was raring to go again. So, yeah, like, people think this game is and it is. There are suits that are imbalanced as all fuck, but GBO 1 was hella imbalanced, and they tried to balance it. Like, my favorite nerf in the first game was any of the instant knockdown weapons. You had a 2-second cooldown where you could not do anything. You could not switch your weapons and or anything, and that neutered like 2 or 3 suits instantly. You could not use those suits. And I'm talking about the Gashia, Because that was its shtick. Is that you know, you like it needed something, right? Because its instant knockdown weapon was a one shot. Like it didn't it, like, and it took forever to reload in GBO one, like an insane amount of time. And so they made it so it was an instant knockdown weapon with an insane reload. And so after you fired the hammer, because it wouldn't heavy stagger someone, right? It wouldn't just drop them to the knee. They would actually be on the ground. So I should have followed up with another side swing or a neutral. So what happened was you couldn't chain into your missiles anymore, and that was essentially your main ability to damage was, you know, neutral into, or your hammer into the hammer into missiles. That was your main setup. Well, they took that away, and no one ever used the Gasha again. And that makes me sad, because that was a fun fucking mobile suit in the first game. It's still fun in this game too. But they fucked that suit 9 ways to Sunday. The other one that was like no one did stop using the Pale Rider Cavalry. That thing was too fucking strong. Even with the cooldown on the High Mega Launcher it had, you would still have enough time to pop off 10 or so shots with the Gatling gun. So that was still pretty good. If you didn't stop there, dude, or get stunned right there, I would have been able to murder him. But wow, that neutral did almost 4K. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so that was an interesting little thing. I can't remember what other suit. I was the Gashi and something else, and I can't remember what that other was that got neutered fucking hard because of the whole thing. I can't remember what that suit was. Damn, I can't think of it. Why can't I think of that other suit? I'm pretty sure Heavy will say something in the comments, but I can't remember what it was. But like, yeah, I kind of miss GBO 1. I miss a lot of the sound effects in that game were really good. I really miss them. Like each machine gun had like a different firing effect to it. The bazooka sounded more meaty in that game. The same with the cannons. Like they don't sound as good in this game as they did in GBO 1, and that kind of upsets me. And then, you know, the MMP-80s sounded different from the bullpups and so on and so forth. Like, they had a lot of good sound effects, and they kind of just dropped them in this game. So, like, the 100 sounds exactly as the 120. The MMP-80 sounds exactly as the fucking bullpup. I kind of don't like that. That's kind of lame, if you ask me. But yeah, Serena, I'm eagerly awaiting your next what your mobile suit change is going to be. You know, I don't tend to run the Zaku all that much, but I feel like I did pretty decently. Sorry for anyone I accidentally tagged. But yeah, let's take a look at the patrons. We have Brandon Markey, Azrael Casey, Cybaster, Dragon Spartan, 90 Gunham Nuggers, Jeff Dunn, Clav Maverick, Momocon, Ninja Guy 12, Peter Strike, Oni Savage, Shooter Soul, Chelos, Alimo, Steel Talon, Minty Robo, Bird Person, Mysteries Mercenary, Will Stab, Talamaeus, Phantom Osi, Viscarian, Xenic Ghost, Michael, Bryson, Wolflord, Banebeard, Crusader Raven, Serena Dragon, Gutter, Lyoko, Coco, Xenic Shadow, NJ Bean, Streeter, and Saltplot Aki. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. It means a lot, and we shall talk to you guys later.